everything that I get into doesn't work. Or I always run into these manipulative men.
Able to date a guy who was my height.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
No, you're not.
Do not let men lead you if they can't lead themselves.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this one.
Men do not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone from men who I take literal days, if not weeks, to respond to? Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you the same business day is a privilege?
The audacity.
I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
Do you know the guy that you're talking about has other women that feels the same way about him? Do you know the guy you're talking about gets women on these dating apps at any given moment? Probably more women than you get guys, because all of the same women that are like you want him, and all of you women are choosing higher than you're worth. That's what's happening. No wonder why these guys aren't paying you the time of day. They don't have enough time to juggle. Some of the guys just want to hustle. So pick your poison. It's probably one of those.
I don't know if it's me or the men I choose. I don't know, but everything that I get into doesn't work. Or I always run into these manipulative men. I don't know, maybe I make it that way. I really wish you would see this because I need you, girl. I saw it. It's you and them, but it's primarily you. Manipulators know who to prey on. They know exactly who to target. There's something that you were showing where they were easily able to identify that you're easy to be manipulated. They identify your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities. Usually in the first conversation, they can do so, and they'll exploit those. How? Well, hopefully this allows you to do some type of introspection and really take a deep dive into your behaviors or some things that you probably need to work on. First things first is they test your empathy. They may come in, play victim, lie, exaggerate stories, exaggerate distress just to see what your empathy levels actually are. They'll also shower you with attention and affection. Then when you take the bait, boom, gotcha, because they see that you're easily flattered.
I don't make mistakes.
They pay attention to your insecurities, to your past traumas, and your fears. And they gain all of that information and they use it against you later. Especially if you're an open book. If you're one of those people, as soon as you meet someone and you're like, I'm an open book. Yeah, they got you. They'll also try to isolate you from friends. And if you're one of those people who allows yourself to be isolated from family and friends, then they know you're easy to manipulate. So if they're able to call you at any given second and you drop everything that you're doing, or you start spending all of your time with them and you start ignoring or canceling plans with families and friends, easy for them to target you. They test your level of dependency and see how easily isolated you are. They'll also gaslight you. And if they can gaslight you once, then they can gaslight you again. And if you are operating in a place of low self-worth, then they can tell if you're easy to gaslight because you won't trust your judgment.
It sounds like these women are messing with con artist prisoners. Wow, I didn't know there was so many guys. There's guys like that. But most of the guys I know like that are from the hood. Most of the guys I know like that probably have nothing going for themselves. Why do I say that? If a guy has something going for himself, he won't have the time or the energy to do all of this. That's like me, right? Say I don't have K. Let me give an example. I don't have K. Everything I do, some of you guys know I do a lot of things. So imagine me taking my time and having time to gaslight and manipulate women. And a lot of times these guys are doing it to many different women. I don't have time to gaslight anybody. Do you? Because if a guy does, he need to work on something. And that's why he may be spending all his time not getting far. He may feel like that in his life. I felt like that before. I'm not getting anywhere. I spent too much time focused on things that didn't make any sense, didn't matter, or didn't make me this. And I couldn't do it anymore.
They'll also test your boundaries. So if your boundaries are a little too loose, if you're willing to bend your boundaries because they guilt trip you or things like that, they know they can cross your boundaries. So they'll definitely test it. And one way they can tell that you have low self-worth, they'll pay attention to see if you discount or discredit yourself. How you show them you do that? You minimize your achievements, you minimize your accomplishments, you compare yourself to others often, and you talk negative about yourself. Someone gives you a compliment and you say, oh, I just pieced this together. Or someone compliments your accomplishments, really? Oh, I don't know how I passed that. That lack of confidence shows exactly the spaces where they can manipulate and break you. And then they see exactly where they can gain control and power over you. So I know you want to be able to point the finger and say, why do these men keep on manipulating me? But baby, the problem is really you. You need to do some inner work. I hope that gives you something to work with. I wish you all the best, happy healing, and happy, healthy relationships. Bye, babies.
Yeah, the problem is you because you keep dealing with those same dudes. Stop looking for the dudes that excite you. That's the problem.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Ideally, how tall you want your man to be?
Taller than me? Or my height? 6'2".
You wouldn't date a guy who is shorter than you.
I don't think I'd be able to. Your personality needs to shine.
Would you be able to date a guy who is my height?
How tall are you?
6 foot.
No, you're not.
What makes you say that?
No, you're not. You're 5'11" with heels on. He's your height. Of course he's 6 feet. And you got her on heels. How big are those heels? She's probably not 5'11". She's probably 5'9" with them heels makes her like 6'1", 6'2".
I have heels on 3 inches easily, and I'm 5'11", so that kind of makes sense. Are you actually 6 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I need like 6'1" at least. At least 6'1".
Why wouldn't you go for a guy who is shorter than you?
I need to feel protected. Somebody that's gonna take the initiative.
So you don't think a guy who's my height with my build would be able to protect you and take the initiative?
Probably. I guess preference. I need somebody that I can. I don't know.
Just tell the truth. You don't like black guys. A lot of white girls do like black guys. A lot of girls from other cultures are starting to come around. You just haven't come around. That's pretty much what it is.
Did y'all see that interview with Irv Gotti? Those of you who don't know, Irv Gotti is like a rapper, producer. He used to be popping back in the day. Now it's not so much, whatever. He's in his 50s. I think he's like 53. So he's in this interview and he's talking about how he doesn't think he's ever going to find love. He goes on to describe that he's dating a 26-year-old woman, gorgeous. And she asked him for $25K. And he's like, where does she get off asking me for this? Why does she have the right to ask me for this? Blah, 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 blah. And I understand, but why are you as a 50-year-old man wanting to date women who are 26, arguably in the prime of her life, and you think that she wants to be with you for you? You're trying to find love. You don't want to date women your age. You only want to date 20-year-olds. And you think that they're going to be with you because of who you are. And that makes sense to you? I'm so sorry. I'm really lost. Why? Who would do that? Why don't you date women your age who are looking for love? Y'all don't want the 50-year-old women. You only want the young 20-year-olds, and you want them to be with you because of who you are as a person. That's a joke. That is a joke. That's a big joke. You're hilarious. And the gag is he used to be married. He was in love. He did find love. He cheated on her. The story is too good to write. Like, in what world would that make sense? If you're really looking for love, why don't you want to look for love with women who are in your own age, women who you can relate to, women who grew up at the same time that you did? Y'all actually have something to talk about. You don't want that. You want to go for the 20-year-olds who you think are young and fine and dumb, and you want them to be with you because you're Irv Gotti? I don't know, guys. The jokes write themselves. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, he is old news, very old news. He was pretty much wiped out for about 10 years, 15 years, something like that. But he does have a chance. And he may need to reconsider. He may need scrounge up. I'm sure he has some kind of retirement plan, but he has kids though. But still, if he was able to leave, plan himself in another country and become a passport bro. Right, guys? That would be his best option. If he wants a 20-year-old to love him for him, that's his only option.
This is the way.
$25K is crazy. With $25K, I could start a huge laundromat here and then turn around and flip that to make $100K that year. that same year. With $25K, you can do a lot with it. And bro, you're not that guy anymore. So I'm sure back in the day when you were on, a woman say 20K. Now, number one, she wants to be there because she sees you with Ja Rule and sees you with your own record label. You can offer a woman so much more. You don't even have to give money. They just throwing it at you. Here's the China. It's yours. Take it. It's yours. It's not gonna be the same anymore. But you want to have it that way? You want to have it your way? Go to another country. That's the only option for you, my man.
I'm gonna tell you a mistake I made that I don't want you to make. Do not let men lead you if they can't lead themselves. If he's in and out of jail, where's he gonna lead you to? A jail cell? If he can't hold down a job, how's he gonna help you? If he's looking for a mommy, how do you expect a man that expects you to be his mommy to lead you anywhere good? You need to lead that man back to his mommy so she can finish the job. It's not for you to do. It is a delusion to believe that you're gonna help an irresponsible man lead you. That man needs skill and character development. That man needs therapy. Do not let men who can't lead themselves lead you. You need to pay attention to the proof and how he lives. If that man's life does not look leadable, then it's not. Believe the fruits of his labor, not the words of his mouth. All right, y'all.
Man, it sounds like the same issue I was talking about a couple of videos ago. And you know what's wild? You hear every woman complain about it on social media. But you notice when they're talking about he can't lead, he can't do this, that man ain't no good. It's usually in the black community, mostly. And where women are saying, she's saying now, oh, if he doesn't look like a leader, don't let him lead you. You already know who you're talking about. You may not understand that all men know the kind of guy you're dealing with just from you explaining yourself. Let me break it down. Even if a man just worked for somebody else, right? And he worked 60 hours a week and came home and brought home $60,000-$70,000, even a little bit less, he can lead you. Oh no, he can't. No, he can't. He can't. Because as she explained. And I feel the same way too. He's doing certain things, has certain things in order. He's living his life in an order that's leading the entire family. Because that's the whole of America. And women don't even want that. So from her words, what she's saying, I'm saying a man that makes that can lead you. Women just have to accept it and stop saying, I want that pie in the sky. I want this. I want that. You want this, you want that. But this is what you need to get together, go 50-50, and not 50 all the way. Maybe 60-40, maybe 70-30. But it's a lot better than nothing. You got to bring something to the table.
Okay, say your names. Say.
I'm Barrett. I'm Sujin.
And they're taking us back to our motel. Okay, they are sober and they seem nice. They seem nice.
These girls seem nice. They better not do anything to us.
I got you. We're good.
They got them some stragglers. Them young boys. What state they in? They got them some real life straggle daggles. Let me tell you guys what that is. I used to get straggle daggles all the time. Right in New York City. Catch the girl coming out the club drunk. Late night. It seems like those boys are outside on a late night. You see the lights. And those girls are drunk after the club. They're already hip to the game. Don't spend all your money in a club. Catch them coming out the club. These are the girls that are used to box for you, box for you. I'm sorry, God. This is fact. They used to box for you, maybe you too, at the same time. I'm not saying all of them are doing that, but maybe on different days. Box for you, box for you. Then maybe 3 days later, box for you. They're drunk. These young boys are sober and they're babies too. Congratulations. Give them a round of applause. They got the first straggle daggles. Maybe they do this all the time. Who knows?
I can't move on. I can't move on.
That's a little too dramatic for me this morning. There's 8 billion people on this earth. You hear me? 8 billion. In case somebody gets to acting funny, You ain't never gonna see me acting like that. Not ever. Not ever. Maybe that's why I'm single. Maybe I'm not as naive as I used to be, and maybe that's a bad thing. But I'm very aware of what's going on, and I know my worth. And I'll be damned if you're gonna catch me in a car screaming over a mother.
I can't move on. I can't move on. Man, you know what? Last time I did that, I was maybe 20 years old. I can't move on. He was going hard. Let me let him finish. He's cooking.
Not ever. Not ever. Yeah, I don't even chase my whiskey. I'm not gonna chase you. Okay. It's just how it is. You know, if I really like you, I'm gonna put all the effort. I'm gonna put all the effort out there. I'm gonna put it out there in the universe. And you know, if you don't respect that, and you know, I don't get some of that back, then I'm out. I'm out. Have the day you deserve.
Yep, that's pretty much it. You got to carry it like that, especially when you get into your older years. You got to put out the effort, and then they don't show any effort back. Peace. That was my big reason for leaving. Seriously, I left the country because of that reason. Because all of the effort I was putting out, I was getting it back. I was getting it back from other places, and I said, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason things are like this. I need to figure out why it's like that here, and it's not like that back home. And I already know it's not like that back home, but I quickly figured out. And all the way back in 2015, I flew and never came back. Never been back to live out there ever since. My man went out there to China. He went to the land of Sheng. Yeah. And a lot of Americans are going to start experiencing that. It's going to happen. 2030 is coming upon us extremely fast. And I think it's going to happen before then. But he's in the land of Sheng. Yeah.
剩女, which means leftover women.
And he got a little tall, slim goodie too, who looks like she almost be a model. You see the passport, bro? Walking out there with an arm, like, oh yeah, I met her on the modeling one way together. Yeah, we were modeling together. And I walked that down this way, she walked back, and then we locked eyes, walking on the wrong way. Some real romantic, like we locked eyes. And I knew she was the one. And then I seen her in the dressing room. Let me stop. I'm making up stories in my head. But yeah, man, this is why Guy's leaving. Because Guy can go out there in these different countries, especially there. He's in China. She's not at that age, but women hit that age fast because, you know, if a woman's not locked up by 30, Sheng, yeah, she's what, like 23 herself. So women are looking to lock down a man for the most part. But still, you can't find them in the city. You can, though. You can. But to find the good ones, you got to go out and search for them in the countryside. And like the lady said, I'm going to see if I can find that clip. She said, find the one on farm. Big hands, big feet, very pretty. Never been told they're beautiful. But she's right, though. And guys are definitely going to leave and go see if they can do that. Because they realize.
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Cash for. No.
If not weeks to respond to. Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you the same business day is a privilege?